Hey, it's Les from the TV Dudes. This week, I got to chat with AJ Buckley. Currently, he plays the tough-as-nails Texan Sonny Quinn on SEAL Team, which you may know him from Justified, where he played Danny Crow, or if you're like me, Supernatural, where he played Ed Zeddmore, part of the Ghostfacers. We had a great chat about his acting career, as well as the diaper bag company that he started with a friend. It's a pretty interesting chat, and I hope you enjoy it. Hey, AJ.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Doing great. And thanks so much for taking the time out to do this. I know you're a busy guy. You are currently busy playing Sonny Quinn over on SEAL Team. But I realized in doing research that I primarily know you as the, I think, longest surviving character on Supernatural. I believe Ed Zeddmore, I think, might hold the record for not having been resurrected, just having outright survived.
Yeah, we've myself and Travis Wester are the the Ghostfacers. Are the longest living characters. They're the only characters on the show never to die.
So
it's royalty.
Can you? I know you were born in Ireland. You grew up in BC. Can you talk to me a little bit about why acting, or what got you from those first roles in Snow White to deciding I really want to make a go at this and like Disturbing Behavior and after?
I think honestly it's just something that I've always known. I can't really explain it. I had pretty bad learning disabilities growing up and had trouble reading and dyslexic and for some reason, when I picked up a script or understood that it was a character, everything kind of just went away. So it clicked in my brain. My brain fired for the first time. So it made sense. It was almost like the Matrix. I saw the Matrix. I was like, oh, this is good. And all my inhibitions and stuff, when I was on the stage or in front of a camera, kind of melted away. And to be honest with you, then my ADD came in. It came in really handy because I could think about 5 different things while I'm on a set, which you have to be able to do with the camera, the lighting, what marker you have to hit. So
I'm always curious what made people make that first kind of scary step towards really getting a gig or making a career out of it, a business out of it, rather than just sticking to high school theater or college theater and then letting it go. Do you happen to remember what got you over that kind of scary hump of kind of announcing to the world, I really want to do this?
I've never actually been afraid of it, to be honest with you. It's just a burning desire. I'm pretty relentless in my desires, and when I make my mind up, I could literally give zero fucks what gets in my way. Really, once I decide I'm going to get this done, somehow I figure out a way that I want to do it. And my mom and my dad always liked the Rejection, because I'd come home and, and they'd like, you didn't get the part or whatever. And for a second there, you'd be bummed out, but you learn from it and you get back on the horse and keep riding.
One of the things that really impressed me was reading about Paperclip and you, recognizing a problem when you were faced with it and doing something about it and then taking it that step to make a business out of it. Was that similar to the business of driving at your own career, or was it new challenges?
Yeah, it's kind of however I'm made up. It just if there's something in it, like with the diaper bag thing. When I had come home and had told my wife there's no changing tables in men's bathrooms, and then the diaper bags that are out there for men suck, and then we decided, and then I told her that I wanted to start a diaper bag company with my buddy and, empty a big chunk of our savings out. She thought I'd lost my mind, but, I just kind of had a gut feeling and saw something, and, it wasn't easy by chance. I mean, we made a lot of mistakes and almost lost it a couple of times, but, if you have I always say you got to put your balls on the table. and there's the difference of people that will talk about it and then will go do it. And I've always take pride in the sense of it's something I personally believe in, and one being myself and the people around me, then we'll get it done.
I had seen it. I've seen some of your work in the series Pure, which is always a neat story to me when a show goes away and then is revived. Am I right that it's now 2 years later, and y'all are about to get a second season?
Well, my character is done on the first season. When we kind of signed on, it was like I knew it was because funny enough, I'd gone up and done that show, and at the end of it, I was only signed on for 1 year. And right after I did that, I ended up booking SEAL Team, and which was, the whole journey of that and being up in Canada and then coming back and then going into SEAL Team. But I love the actual journey of the Pure character. It was such a different character from who I'm playing now. He's just sort of this overweight, degenerate cop, with a handlebar mustache and a 1986 red Mustang. So Bronco Novak is his name. And then in the next role, we'll be playing this, jacked Navy SEAL, one of the most elite soldiers on the planet. This is the type of stuff that when we talk about what I love so much about this career and being an actor is being able to go from one end of the spectrum to the other in a matter of months.
Yeah, I mean, I want to pause and say that Bronco Novak is a fantastic character name. That is an absolutely great character name. I always loved that in Pure. When I read that, I was like, that's amazing. But I always wonder, when you were moving between roles, it's hard for me to even picture Ed Zeddmore next to Sonny Quinn and think that that's the same guy. It's an almost Billy Bob Thornton level of difference between roles. When you were going for Sonny Quinn right after doing Pure, was that a change you made to go for different roles, or was that just a different role you were cast for that they then said the character needs to look like this?
Well, yeah, I kind of, prior to Pure and prior to the other things, I started working with this nutritionist, Kevin Libby, and he's sort of helped me along the way with, depending what the character takes or looks like, we design the diet plan or what I have to do to kind of get there. Because for me, the character, all my characters I've ever played, it's more of a physical thing, the wardrobe, the walk, and then but the actual how the body looks and physically looks. And then once the opportunity of SEAL Team kind of came on, we really honed it into like a completely different fitness plan and nutrition plan so on that sense, I obsess over those things because it really helps me get to who this character is at the root of it. I'll almost like Pinterest a bunch of different looks of what it is, and then I'll see a picture of something, and I'm like, that's who the guy is, and then I'll bring it to Kevin, and we'll sit down and figure out how to get there. Whether it's gaining weight or whether it's getting incredibly skinny. Like there's all different ways to do it, but to do it in a way that I'm not causing damage. But for me, that gets me excited when I can, and I'll go to the director, the producers, and say, hey, I want to gain like 30 pounds for this role. And they're like, what? So, and they're like, are you sure you can do it? I'm like, I know I can do it. And then, or for SEAL Team is a whole nother beast because to this day, I'm still, 3:30, 4 in the morning, I train, before work. And then at work, we're in, between 40 to 60 pounds of gear that we're wearing all day, running up and down hills. And then depending on if there's a shirtless scene coming up or something, we need to hone in the diet, then, I'm working out again. on the way home, so it's just a mindset that you kind of do it. And, honestly, the Dwayne Johnson, is somebody that I started following on Instagram. And I was like, if this guy with his crazy schedule can always find ways to work out and have no excuses, then I have no excuse. And I heard somebody said this line once that said, "Nobody cares, work harder." So that's, I kind of have that mindset of that. Nobody cares, work harder. Embrace the suck and dig deep. And it's like, how bad do you want it? And I take pride in the sense, and I like to feel in a room that, that before I get to work, that I've already worked out. I'm already ahead of the game, or that I am the hardest working guy in the room. You put that extra effort in, and it definitely does at the end of the day come out.
Yeah, I would think it'd be a bit like having a costume from the character that you can have on all the time, of like a little bit Sonny Quinn and ready to go, and help with the prep like that. If anything, it's kind of funny because Sonny Quinn, I'm Irish-born Canadian, and I'm playing this like cowboy from Texas. Yeah.
But I have now gotten fully, and I it's not a phase. Like I never listened to country before, and now I'm obsessed with it. Like I absolutely fucking love country music. Part in that is because one of my best friends and guys I work with, Max Terriot, him and I drive to work together every day, and he's a huge country fan. So he's actually helped me a lot with understand like the character and country music and different. So there's my love for country is crazy. I want to go to Stagecoach this year. That's how much I love country.
Man, that's great. Thank you so much for taking out the time to chat with me. I really appreciate you working out the schedule, and I can't wait to see
awesome
what else you get to do on SEAL Team and where you go next, man. It's been fun watching you on screen.
I appreciate it, brother. Take care.
The TV Dudes is an independently run podcast and a member of the Electric Sweater Podcast Network. We are exclusively listener-supported. If you'd like to help us out, go to patreon.com/TVDudes. You can like us on Facebook and Twitter @TVDudes. All the music for our show is by our friend and original TV Dude, Gregory J. Amani Smith. To find out more about us, go to thetvdudes.com and electricsweater.com. I'm Grant Davis. Thanks for listening.